Joe, there's a lot to unpack there, but I'm going to take the easiest no-brainer section of the question first. These are seditionists, and you don't need to have a law degree to understand that they have violated the sedition laws of the United States. Now, I'm not necessarily talking about the massive crowd that wandered in behind the organizers and the most violent and didn't even realize where they were and took pictures and wondered aloud how this happened. I'm talking about the people who had the intention to do it, traveled with the intention to do it, conspired with others, and enacted violence against not only people, officers, and our legislators, but intended to disrupt our government processes. There is no question that ultimately the charge of sedition applies to them. And here's what's happening, Joe. There's a race against the clock right now with the FBI. They've got a pending inauguration to secure. They've got to build cases like you talked about, identifying organizers, taking an enterprise approach to the investigation. And so what we're seeing is arrest now on complaint. Then we're going to see grand juries sitting and indictments for much, much heavier charges against America. And one of those charges for at least a handful of organizers will be sedition. But I want to go back earlier to something you said, because it's something I'm passionate about. And you mentioned evangelical Christians. You mentioned people who think they're patriots right now and are doing the right thing for America. One of the ways you de-radicalize a population, and sadly we've learned this lesson from the international terrorism side of things, is that you continually expose people to the truth and you give them other options. The problem is these people have lost sight of their code, their core values. There is misplaced loyalty. They are not loyal to a country anymore. They are loyal to a person. I wrote this book that launches today because the FBI has got it right about how it preserves its core values inside and the nation's core values. I distilled it down to the 7 C's. Guess what the first C is in the book? Code. Codes of conduct come from keeping your eyes on your core values. We have Americans who have lost sight of the core values of America. The second C in my book is conservancy. What's that? The concept that collectively, every single one of us is responsible for preserving the core values of our group, company, community, and country, and we've lost it. The most disturbing thing of all, Joe, that's been developing over the course of the last 48 hours is that we may have had law enforcement officers who have lost their code, lost their core values, don't understand who to be loyal to. And we're hearing reports of 15 Capitol Police officers suspended. We're hearing reports that city police departments across the country are opening internal affairs cases for officers that have lost their way. And sadly, I'm here to tell you that's factoring into the security preparations for the inauguration. Why? Because while we always have counter surveillance looking at perimeters, now we have to have counter surveillance looking at cops during the inauguration of a new president.
Thanks for checking out MSNBC on YouTube, and make sure you subscribe to stay up to date on the day's biggest stories. And you can click on any of the videos around us to watch more from Morning Joe and MSNBC. Thanks so much for watching.